Wrong camera. I always do that. I always select the wrong camera. Good evening. What a palaver. Sorry I'm late. Usual thing. I've been using this all day, had it all good to go, and then all of a sudden I got a notification that my PC needed to update. Restart. It had done some kind of an update. And then it took forever to reboot, which really helps things, doesn't it? So hopefully everything's up and running. My mic is going up and down, my Spotify is moving, it's all good. So oh, now what's popped up? My PC's having a fit. Go away, I don't want to play with you right now. Stand by, people. I was all good to go as well. I was all set up, all organised and everything. My PC's having a fit. It won't let me click anything. There we go. Now I can close that. Okay. Right then. So, I haven't done hardly anything on this guitar since I was last on. So if I go to here, those who were here last week know that we did that hand. I've started tracing matey on there, old Jack Burton, but other than that I haven't had time to have a play at all really. So let's just continue on with this bit. My paint's nice and mixed up. So, all I've got in my airbrush here. Right, Marshall. Right there, mate. Thought Marsky was going to throw up then. Alright, buddy. Don't do that. Got enough problems right now as it is. There you go, don't be long. Yeah. Okay. So what was I saying? Yeah, in the airbrush I've just got white. Just a Createx illustration white. I've got about 3 drops of that with 3 drops of the 4011 reducer, and then I filled the rest of the paint cup up with water right up to the top. Dennis, good evening, buddy. Hope you're alright, mate. Hope you're having a good weekend so far. So where should I start with this? Let's start with that moon, I reckon. That's really bright. Oh, I liked your cars, Dennis. They came out great. I caught a glimpse of them on Facebook earlier on. Now, this might be a bit too watery for what I'm after. I'm all good, thanks, mate. Been a hectic week this week. Been setting up lots of things up in the background, like I now have an Etsy store. that you can find on my website, where you can buy my original paintings. So I've been setting that up. Had a couple of quotes for some bike paint jobs, which is nice. Still no tattoos though, which isn't nice. Need some money. Nobody wants any tattoos at the moment. They're all too busy turning on their heating and paying for shopping and stuff. But never mind. But yeah, just been doing loads of stuff behind the scenes, trying to figure out stuff to do for my membership thing, like projects that we can do for that before I hit the go button on that one. All that kind of thing. Oh look, we're 10 minutes into the stream and we've already got a spammer. Yeah, can't appear to change that. So I'll just do a bit of that. A bit of that. And a bit of that, and it'll eventually scroll off the screen. I'm sure there's a way I can go and delete it, but there we go. Me and the missus have spent up an extra security after what happened. I don't blame you, mate. Yeah, I would too, definitely, because that sucked. I managed to kill my car in the week. I washed it. It turns out the battery in my car was the original battery from when it was made in the factory. So the battery in it was 10 years old, and it wasn't holding much of a charge. It was holding just enough to start the car up every time, so we never noticed a problem. But of course I washed the car, left the doors open for about an hour while I was washing it, which had the interior light on for about an hour, and then I went to start it and nothing. So called the AA and said I've got a flat battery, and he had a quick look and he goes, "Did you know your battery's not holding much charge?" I was like, nope. 120 quid later, all is good though. I better get the dog in. Marshall, come on, mate. Oi, Fluffy. Buddy. Good boy, well done. You don't want to be out there all night, do you? I know you're a husky, but it's not very warm out there. Is it, eh? Yeah, hope the insurance don't mess you about with that, Dennis. Hopefully they'll make it as painless as possible, because it's painful enough as it is, isn't it? Do you know what? This is too runny for what I'm doing. Let's add some more white in it. Certainly got my money's worth out of that battery. I sure did. Yeah, I can't complain. That battery did well. My chat seems to be extra big tonight on the screen. I don't know why. Hopefully, I've turned off that thing where you weren't allowed to type much. I've turned that off. So you should be alright now. Actually, that spam message proved it, didn't it? Because that message was really long. I don't know if it showed up on YouTube, but someone advertising their promotion services. That's better. I'm getting a bit more coverage with this now. It was a bit thin. This side of the bridge has got an intense white highlight going up the sides. Let's do that before I lose the outline of it. You missed it. You didn't miss much. It was someone on Twitch advertising their promotion stuff. Getting me more viewers or something. I don't know. I didn't read all of it. Actually managed to stay up long enough to catch the beginning of Scott McKay? His live stream. What does he call it? Dirty Tricks or something. It's on at 1 AM UK time. So I normally catch it on the rerun, but actually managed to catch it live this week. Only for about half an hour until I dozed off though. But if you don't follow him, let me get a link up for you. And there goes my camera restarting itself every half hour. I did look into that, and I couldn't find anything about stopping it. So I don't know. I might go back to the camcorder. I'm not sure. What am I after? Scott McKay. And then, where is he? Yeah, there he is. If I go there...
Is your website bounce rate sky?
Stop that advert. Is this his channel? No, that's not him. That's not him. There he is. Right, so if I copy that link and then go there and go Control V, oh that bosh. There you go. If you don't follow Scott, go have a look at his YouTube channel because it's really cool. Like I say, his live streams are on at 1 AM our time, but you can catch them on the rerun. I've been watching a lot of airbrushes last few weeks. I kind of lost touch with them all when I started tattooing. But it's nice to get back into the whole airbrush scene again. All I've seen is Blah. Must be in my phone. God, I haven't seen that film in a while. Aren't they on like the 3rd or 4th one of Hotel Transylvania now? I think they've done a few, haven't they? There we go, now we're winning. I should really just put more white in the airbrush, I guess, but anyway. I've mixed it for detail, not for coverage. I don't know how to leave a review for the guitar you did for me. I've tried. Oh, thank you for trying, mate. I appreciate that. I'll have a look later. I'll shoot you a message. Thank you for the link for the LEDs, by the way. It's not quite what I'm. Well, they would do the job, but I need a bunch of them, all on a circuit board, all rigged up, ready to roll. If that makes sense. But thanks for the link. Steve, good evening, mate. I hope you're well. How's your week been, Steve? All right. That's blown out something rotten, that white, hasn't it? I'm zooming in, see if that stops it from blowing out quite so much. That's a bit better. I didn't realise either, but I did a poor job at grain filling just along here. And up in this corner up here. That's bad. I can hide it with clear coat and stuff, but I wouldn't normally leave it like that. Suppose it'll add more tooth for my purple pinstripe to cling onto, won't it? Don't think you'll get what you need without building your own set. Yeah, I think you may be right with that, mate. It's just going to be a nightmare. But hey, I'm never one to shy away from a challenge. Have a look at sets of fairy lights. Use a transparent red paint. Yeah, one thing I was looking at was like this flexible LED panel. But again, they just don't make them in the right size. You can get an 8 LED high by 36 long, but I need an 8 LED high by 80 long. So and they're not the sort of things you can connect up. You can't run them in a chain or anything like that. So I really think I'm going to end up making my own, I think. I can't remember how many LEDs it works out at. 8 times... $640. So it'll work out at 640 LEDs that I'll have to solder up. That'll keep me off the streets for a while, won't it? Just working in this big white circle for the moon. And then we'll tint it with some colour like we did last time. It's actually quite nice. It's a nice feeling actually getting on with this guitar. Like I say, it's been sat around for a good 10 years waiting for me to do this. And I've always shied away from it because it's a really in-depth paint job, but I really wanted to do it. I didn't want to take the easy route and come up with a different design, you know. I always intended to paint this on this guitar, so I didn't want to say, oh sod it, that's too hard, I'll just do something simple. Here's a skull, you know. So yeah, it's a nice feeling knowing that I'm actually getting on with it. Soon she will be done and I can play her, which is cool. Don't know where I'm going to hang her though, because I normally hang my electric guitar up there by the back door, but I've got 2 proton packs now, so there's no room for it. weird when you really water down your paint like this. It's almost as if the paint floats to the top and the reducer goes to the bottom. After a little while, you notice the paint becomes more and more transparent. You have to just stop and give it a shake again. And it goes back to being a bit more opaque. Strange. Mind you, paint does funny things when you reduce it as much as I've reduced this. Its integrity starts to break down and all sorts. Which doesn't matter on a guitar, but if this was on a car or a bike or something, you might end up with some problems. Steve, you made it. Good evening, mate. Hope you've had a lovely day. I was just saying, Steve, that I actually managed to catch the beginning of Scott's stream the other night. Because he's on at 1 AM our time over here. But I managed to catch the first half an hour before I nodded off. Can you show me the picture you're painting from, Steve? I can indeed, mate. Let me just zoom out. Film. Put my airbrush down. Because I don't want to bend to the needle. But there we go. This is just a printout on some photo paper that I did. The original movie poster only had one of these girls in it. So I doubled that up. And the original movie poster stops right about there. So I've come up with all the rest just by copy and paste, basically. Yeah, that's the picture I be working from. So this is what I'm doing at the moment. I'm just doing this big white circle here, and then I'll airbrush the yellow fade on it, the little green bit. Then we'll get some purple in and do these purple bits. And then we shall crack on with old Jack Burton, which I've started drawing him on down there, so I know what bit goes where and all that lot. Looks like a bit of a jumble at the moment, but it makes sense to me. Also got to paint that pickup black, like I have the other one. And prep its mounting ring as well, because its mounting ring is still just plastic at the moment. For those who don't know what a mounting ring is, it's this thing that goes around the outside of the pickup. So you've got the pickup there, the mounting ring goes there, and the pickup connects to it that way. But these are plastic. You have to give them a good scuff, a bit of plastic primer, then a bit of base coat sealer, and then you can paint away. This is such a dodgy arm for this camera. We're in focus. Focus. There we go. Nice. Is that the bridge you're doing now? Yes, it is. So that bit's going to look like that eventually. Golden Gate Bridge. Yeah, probably. I'm naff at geography and landmarks and all that lot. They all look alike. I'm going to add more white to this. It's taking too long. I drove over it years ago. Oh, cool. I have never been to America. The only place I've been outside of the UK is Spain. That's it. I'm not a very well-travelled person. I see Mike Learn is doing a guitar course with oh god, who is it? Steve, you mentioned it on your stream. Mike's doing a guitar course with Nub. That was it. Him and Nub are getting together and doing a guitar course, and I'd love to attend that just to go to the States and finally meet Mike, and of course meet Nub. But I don't think funds will allow it, sadly. It's like Pierce Dowell. He's doing a helmet course down at the airbrush company down Southampton way here in the UK, and he's another airbrusher that I'd love to meet. There's a few courses I'd like to go on just to meet the guys, you know. Simon Murray, he's another one. Always said I'd go over to Ireland and take one of his courses, but time and money never allows, unfortunately. Evening, Ian. Hope you're well, buddy. Been all over the world, but Britain got some of the best places in the world. Yeah. No doubt, big trout. Hello, mate. Hope you're alright. This is covering a bit better now that I've added another 10 drops of white in it. I got a bit excited with my reduction, obviously. Oh, it looks as spectacular as usual. Thank you, mate. I'm just colouring in the moon. A great big white circle, nothing too taxing. But I've over-reduced my paint. I reduced my paint for detail, not for coverage, so it's covering a bit slow. Right, this bottom bit, it has the green mist coming into it here. Green mist comes off the back of that finger and goes right the way across there. So we won't continue to circle on round. Just got all this bit here is yellow. Make that little bolt of lightning a bit brighter so that we can still see it. I've got an intense white highlight. Move that down a little bit, although not that much. There's an intense white highlight on the top of this finger here that I haven't done. That then carries on up to finger. Starts off very fat at the base like that, and then gets thinner as it goes up. Like that. And then we can come in with the rest of the mist. So that bit there is green. But not very bright. And the leg of the bridge carries on down. Like so. Just make sure that's not my good lady. Nope. So this mist comes in across here and joins up with that. So it needs to be along a line like that there. So I'm just dusting in some white here just so it will show up the colour. If you remember, I said the moss green over the straight black was really hard to see. I had to add some white into it, and then I was there for ages doing layer after layer. So for speed purposes, it's quicker to put down a little bit of white first and then put the moss green down over the top of that. I'll have to go over this bolt of lightning again because obviously I'm going to turn it green. Because I can't be bothered to mask it off or anything. I don't really want to use any masking if possible on this. Just to give it that softer look. If I mask it off, it's going to have a very, very crisp edge, and that's a look I'm trying to avoid for this. I'm going to do it on the logo in the top corner. When I get to paint in that big old logo, I'm going to mask all that off. That's when my old plot would have come in handy, but unfortunately it's very old and it doesn't work anymore. Who remembers the Craft Robo plotter? One of them. From way back yonder, when I was young. Got a little bit of green on his finger there, so I'll just do a highlight like that and then we can make it green. And this mist comes across there. There's another bit that comes across there which shows us the outline of his fingernail. The underneath here is just black, so the mist coming in here then separates him from the background, sort of thing. It's not too bright though, so be careful not to go too bright. Really good. Cheers, buddy. Astral Solari, good evening. I hope you're having a good Saturday. So that bit fades off into that, which we've got. And then this one up here kind of fades off into another streak that goes along here and joins up there. Okay. Mr. Savage, evening. Hope we find you well on this Saturday. Just go over this bit of lightning before it gets lost in all the paint. Just so I can see it. Yeah, we've got a little bit that comes down there like that. Don't know what those marks are supposed to be. Oh, I see what they're supposed to be. They're the blue. Okay, that's cool. I was just wondering what these little lines here are all about, because that's not the lightning. But yeah, they're where the blue goes. I confused myself. Okay. There's some little lights that come off the bridge. Let's start right about in line with that knuckles, right about there. Like so. Couple of lights off in the distance. There's another string of lights that comes off of that and goes towards his finger, but they're not as bright, they're in the background. So I'll move the airbrush away a little bit. I was quite close for those ones. I'll move the airbrush away a little bit, and that will give me more of a feathered edge on them. And if I don't go as bright as those ones, it will look like they're in the background. Like that. Just looked up the robo cutter. It's probably mortified into the circuit maker. Yeah. Yeah, I morphed. Why did I think I said mortified? Yeah, it probably has. It's years old. Only down there as well. I can see it here, but it doesn't work with Windows 11. It don't like it. Right, so we've done that. We've got to do the bits in the middle of the bridge. So this one here will be relatively bright. And I'm gonna sneeze. Where'd that come from? It's not time for hay fever yet, and I better not be going down with a lurgy. Thank you. You have snot cam now. It'll just be my luck that I haven't had any work for ages. I've got some work next week and then I go down with a lurgy. Alright, we've got a lightning bolt. That lightning bolt there actually comes across here, across the bridge, and shoots up it. I see, it's one of the cables that come down there. I see. So this little lightning bolt here. If my paint stops spidering. Goes across there like so. And then it dances up that cable. to about there. It also dances down the cable, which goes across at a bit of an angle down to join up with those lights down there. Okay. Like that. Then this bit here is just green and yellow, so don't need to be solid white, just a bit of it. Beautiful. Then the top of the bridge kind of gets lost in a bit of a glare, so I'll just dust over some white over the very top corner of that bridge. That's cool. That works well. That works well. Alright, and then we've got one final segment here with just a tiny bit of the moon showing on the corner there like that. And then the rest is purple. And it's got an intense white highlight down the side? Yeah, it has. What's that line there? Oh, that's more lightning going up a cable, okay. Okay. I think that's all that bit. Yeah, it's looking good. So time to put some colour on it. For the colouring, as long as it evening Buck. For the colouring, I'm going to keep the white in the micron. So for the colouring, I'm going to use the old Evolution 8L Plus because it's got my name on it. As long as it doesn't need cleaning out and it doesn't misbehave. So what should we start with? Let's start with the green, shall we? One of these bottles here is moss green. That's black. There it is. So 3/8x illustration, moss green. And I'm going to reduce this 50-50. So I've probably mixed up too much, but I've got 8 drops of paint, and then I'm going to put 8 drops of the old 4011 reducer. And my camera restarts itself. Okay, so that little bright bit there is yellow, but the rest is green. All of that is green. And down this edge of his finger is green, and then it fades into yellow on this moon. Okay. I've got nothing coming out my airbrush. I did the washer mod on the Infinity. It does fix the trigger response. Yeah, I only needed 1 washer on my one. I didn't need 2, but it's one of those things where somebody said, "Oh yeah, stick up," you know, they say, "Just do this," and you're like, "That is so simple. It's genius." I've never really bothered to try and fix mine. I've just worked with it, but. It does make a world of difference. That was really my only my ever gripe with the Infinity, the trigger response. Like I say, I'll have to go over that lightning again because I'm turning it green, but... Which nozzle do you use on yours? I find the 015 retarded. You got to spray water pretty much. Do you know what? I found the same. It's an awesome little nozzle, but it's a bit where it's so small. It's just the slightest bit of tip dry or lump of paint or whatever, and it clogs instantly. So I've got the bigger one on mine. I can't remember what one it is. Is it the 0.2 or something? I can't remember now. I've sneezed, I got a runny nose. Gosh, I have a green nose now because I've used this tissue to wipe my green paint off. I found an auction site that sold the original final artwork for Big Trouble in Little China by the British designer. Oh wow. How cool is that? 11.5 grand, blimey. Brian Bysouth. I'll make a note of that. I've always wondered who did the artwork. Oh yeah, look. Wow, he did loads, didn't he? 48 hours. Did one for Raiders of the Lost Ark. Wow. How cool is that? Is he still with us? Best known for Your Eyes Only, Lion of the Desert, and The Riddle of the Sands. Ooh. Didn't say if he's still with us or not. Wow. Thanks for that. I always wondered who painted it. I figured as much. I'll switch it. Yeah, the small nozzle is brilliant if you spray water. But yeah, anything other. I mean, the Micron suffers with it a bit as well. You do get problems with smaller nozzles. Obviously, you can get much finer artwork, but except this one, which has got like a 0.3 and it won't spray nothing because it's clogged to hell. I think this is a 0.3. I can't remember what the aluminium one has. Still gets me how light this one is. This aluminium Evolution has got no weight to it whatsoever. My Iwata spray 50/50 no issues at 15-20 psi infinity. Good luck with that. Yeah, I don't know. I tend to spray a lot with slightly coloured water anyway, so I never really notice any difference. Now the trigger response is fixed. The Infinity is on par with the Micron for me. quite interesting when you're replicating another artist's work, like I'm doing here. It's quite interesting as you're painting it. You can kind of get an idea of how they work. It's quite interesting seeing how different artists work. Right back, domestic duties, laundry. Look at you being a domestic god, you. How are we doing for time? 8:15. Brilliant. Loads of time. Right, so this goes green in there and green over there, and then we've got a bit of green down the bottom there, and also down there, and all this is green down here. Like so. That's why in the art industry they call it a study. Yeah, I suppose so. You can tell I'm not properly trained in art, can't you? I dropped out of art when I was choosing my GCSE subjects. I took music instead. That was a good move, wasn't it? Not. Okay, so that's the foggy bit. And then the green on the fingers. This hand is mostly yellow. There's not a lot of green going on this hand. There's a bit around there, just around the edge of the thumb there. You made up for it now, yeah. It was because I was it was a wet break time once when I was a child, and I was sat in my art class because after break I had art, and I was just sat there doodling, and I can't even remember what I had drawn now, but a few of the other kids were sat around watching me draw and that lot, and one of them goes, "Here, miss, come and have a look at this," and called the teacher over, and she comes over and looks over my shoulder and she just goes, "Puh, you didn't draw that," and walks off. And that kind of miffed me off a bit, so I dropped out of her class the first chance I got. Nowadays, if someone came along and did that, I would take it as a compliment. But I was 15 at the time, and she peed me off. And the bottom edge of these fingers are green, and the top bit is yellow. I always fancy going to Winchester Art College because there's a really good art college just down the road in Winchester, and but I never did anything about it. But it all turned out alright. I still doodle. Yeah, she was a bit of a funny one. I don't think she's there anymore because my daughter now goes to the same school. I don't think she's there now. Mind you, not surprising. I mean, I was there 30 years ago, so it's not surprising she's not there anymore. Okay, so I think that's all the green. Yeah, that bit's okay. So it is just the yellow now. So we'll get rid of that green. My little pot. And then we need a golden yellow. Now before I use some of this, so we've got illustration yellow, which is really, really bright yellow. It's a bit too in your face. So I tinted it down with a tiny bit of illustration orange, which gave me that yellow you can see on his cheek there. I did art and history, then the teacher left and nobody was hired to replace him. I was forced to take art and craft at A level when I'd never used clay before. Oh wow. Yeah, I only did GCSEs, I didn't go as far as A levels. All my work exploded in the kiln, taking out everybody else's work, and they refused to put their work in the kiln. Oh no! That sucks. Wow. Right, so I can't remember my ratio for making that, so I'm going to try 5 drops of yellow with 1 drop of orange and see what happens. That orange is pretty powerful, if I remember rightly. That looks pretty orange. Although, then again, let's give it a go and see what happens. So, let's do it on a finger first. I think it's a bit too orange. Let's add some more yellow. So I've now got 10 drops of yellow to 1 drop of orange. Those were the days, yeah. Destroying everybody's work. Oh, look at that, it looks like my chat box has stopped working on my screen. Turn it off and on again. See if that works. Try a test message. Blah. There we go. That's better. So it's 10 drops of yellow to 1 drop of orange. I'll have to remember that. And this nail has only got a patch of yellow in the middle of it. Like that. That looks really bright on camera. It's not that intense. I think my saturation's cranked up. Cool, so that's that. And then a little bit of halo around the moon. That kind of scopes off along all of that, okay. Are you using the Canon? They have a different contrast default to the Panasonic. Yes, I am, mate. Yeah. Got the old 600D fired up. So yeah, it's probably got a the what's it on the doodah is wrong. Yeah. Choking on the dribble. I don't know if I can change it in stream. Configure video. Contrast. That's quite high, isn't it? Getting a bit better. Saturation's cranked right up. Yeah, that's about right, I reckon. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do for now. Am I still in focus rather than out of focus? Yep. I'm done for a few. I'm such a good husband cleaning the bed sheets. We will sleep last night. Yeah, there's something about fresh bed sheets that just makes you oversleep in the morning, isn't there? That's cool. I see what you did there, Astral Solari. Yeah, nice play on words. I'm the one who got them dirty, apparently. Yeah. Cool beans, right. Now we need that purple, don't we? We're doing on time. That's cool. Now that purple should be here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. So I'm going to go off-brand now. The purple that you see all over here, down there, and in this corner, and all that lot is Vallejo. It's polyurethane. It's actually for painting figures. But I like it. Nice. And I didn't have a Createx in the same shade, so. Oh look, my Streamlabs bot is working. That's good. Or nobody else's chat is appearing on the screen anymore. That's good. Oh well. It always breaks, doesn't it? Every week something goes wrong. I'm jinxed. So that Vallejo paint doesn't like the 4011 reducer, if I remember rightly. It ends up going a bit like clotted cream. Probably because it's a polyurethane paint, so I've just reduced it with plain old tap water. This is a good thing about using that chalk pastel that I used to trace down all the outlines. The outline there was a bit too bright. I'd still be able to see it, so just rub it with your thumb. It gets lighter and lighter until it won't be a problem. I just joined your Discord. Yay! Thanks, Buck. That's computers for you. I have no luck with them. I've grown up around computers. I used to build them for a living before the airbrushian took over. Back in the day. Who in the UK remembers the store MFI? I used to build all their in-store computers for them, and then they got bought out by Howden's Joinery. Do you only do this with your guitars, or do you do it for customers as well? I do it for customers as well, mate. Yep. If anyone watching this wants me to paint their guitar for them, give me a shout. I always take on commissions, especially at the moment because I'm skint. Yeah. So yeah, I always do commissions if anyone wants anything. Give me a yell on svi@sviart.com. if you've got one that you want painted up. I tend to only do them for people in the UK though, because the insurance and shipping the guitar to America or overseas, ever since Brexit, is just insane amounts of money. My dog, which sleeps in my lap, or bulldog, is asking for her blankets. Guess where they are? So I put a hand towel. She's pissed. This isn't my normal blanket. What have you done? That's like Marshall, my husky. He's got a great big cuddly carrot that he absolutely loves. He plays with it all day, and at night time we've got him crate trained, so he goes in a crate at night and he uses it for a pillow. But it's got some holes in it from his teeth, and the holes are getting bigger and bigger, so pretty soon we're going to have to retire his favourite carrot, and we can't get a replacement. So I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to have to find him a new plushie. He will not be pleased. This airbrush has got a mighty clog in it, but I ain't stopping. I'm not going to make it clean it out. I'm going to keep going. It will not defeat me. Spider of Doom there. Guessing that's not for a commission from the US. No, it's not, mate. No, this is one of my own guitars. This one. We've got black hair going in there, so we won't put any purple down there. Black hair that goes across there, so we don't need any purple on those bits. There's a bunch of black to go in here. But there's enough purple there for now. That is black, not purple. Likewise with that. The bridge has a bit of purple going down it in this bit. Not a lot, mind. Just about that much. Just a hint of the old purple. Found lots of carrot plushie chew toys on Amazon and a combo with an aubergine. Of course, because, you know, carrots always go with aubergines. Is there any purple in his nails? No, there isn't. Okay. But there is in the shadow on this finger. Come on, spray. Like so. A bit under there. Like that. And a bit in there like that. Cool. Now we can go in with some black. Or should I go in with the white while I've got it? And just re-highlight the white bits. Yeah, I'll do that while I've got the white. I'll ditch this purple, because we don't need that anymore for now. Yeah. I like my carrot with turnip. About $20 for the large ones. Yeah, The one he's got, we got from a store over here called Pets at Home. And it was like a Christmas thing. It's not a Christmas carrot or anything, it's just a big carrot. But they only had it for Christmas. And we've asked, and they won't have any more. And we've looked on Amazon and that lot, and can't find the specific one. So we can get him another plushy carrot, but it's not the same one, you know. I may have missed something. What airbrush are you using? The airbrush I'm currently using is the Harder and Steenbeck Evolution AL Plus, which is an aluminium airbrush. It's got no weight to it at all. I'm using that for the colouring, and I've got my Iwata Micron with some white in it, which I'm going to use in just a second once I've washed this out. That's close enough. Yeah. Right, so back to my old Iwata Micron with that white in it. We've got to go over that lightning again because we've turned it all green. I've gone off camera, look. I'm gonna start a big piece this week of Space Invaders. Oh, that'll be cool. It's been a long time since I did a wall mural. I do a mean cheese on toast, and that's about it, mate. That is the limit of my culinary skills. I would be so screwed without Bex, it really would. I'll be a lot slimmer, that's for sure. There's all the white in his hand back. Oh yeah, those lights. That's all the white bits put back to white that should be. Yeah, it's making me peckish as well. I tell you what is good. You can get barbecue sauce, but it's Jack Daniel's barbecue sauce, but it's the honey JD barbecue sauce. If you got cheese on toast and you put a bit of that on it, oh boy, that's good. I'm gonna have to make myself some after the stream, I think. It's the sound of the airbrush. There's a lass on Instagram. What she call herself? The airbrush lady? The t-shirt lady? Something like that. Her name escapes me now. And she does airbrush ASMR videos. Where she's just spraying like a t-shirt and she's got the sound of the airbrush going. Is it the painted lady? I can't remember now. She always amazes me because she's one of those t-shirt airbrushers that just does text with no planning or anything. She just sprays straight onto the t-shirt and it's beautiful, and you know, you've got the thin bits and the thick bits, and her airbrush control is amazing. I'm always in awe of those t-shirt airbrushers who can do the really cool text. I really should give it a go one day, because airbrushing on cotton is a whole different ballgame. I do Converse trainers for a kids charity over here now and then, and of course they're made of canvas and they're fun to airbrush. You get no spidering or anything, and the detail you can get is nuts because the paint absorbs into the fabric rather than flying off everywhere. It's brilliant. So what am I doing here? I am doing a black now, aren't I? That's moss green. This is black. So we're back on the Create X illustration black. So have you tried Henderson Relish? It's fantastic. Never heard of it, mate. I'll have to keep my eye out for that. I've just gone for, I'm not going to be massively reduced. I've got 3 drops of black and 6 drops of reducer, so not hugely reduced. What we got? 9:01. Ooh. The wife is on the way home. Quick! Can't keep her waiting for a cup of tea, you know. So now I've just got black in here, and we've just got like bits of black coming off the hair here, over there, tiny bits going across these wispy bits of clouds, a couple of bits in the back of the bridge, but there's not a whole lot of black in this image. A lot of it is this purple. We've got some coming down here across there as well. Lots of duck. I've got to put off from chicken lately. I feel like they grow them too fast. Yeah. I've never tried duck. I've lived a very sheltered life. Cheers, Dennis. You take care, mate. And yeah, I suppose I better call it quits. My good lady will be home in a matter of minutes. And then I'll have to shut up because she wants to watch a double bill of Casualty that's on tonight. So I'll have to be a good boy and sit in my corner and be quiet. Okay. So, I am going to call it there. I'm just going to carry on working in those blacks. Getting a lot of glare off that light. I do apologise, but yeah, you can see it a bit better like that. So you see all these blacks that I'm putting in, just for the for all the clouds and stuff that are going across here and that. So I'll just carry on doing that while the missus watches a hospital drama. I'm not into hospital dramas. Nah, not for me. So that is that. Let's go back to my webcam, like so. I even managed to break my little transition earlier. I used to have like a spray paint thing that went across the screen, but now I've got this one now, which isn't as good, but I broke it and I don't know how to fix it. Anyway, you guys take care. Thanks for joining me and all that malarkey. Keep me company and all that stuff. Don't forget to check out Steve on his stream on a Thursday night. Yeah, it's a Thursday night, isn't it? Yeah. Over on YouTube. What's YouTube? YouTube. And I will be back next Saturday if I don't break it all again. Right, which one of these is my ending one? There it is. So yeah, cheers guys, take it easy, and I'll catch you later. Bye bye.